Welcome everyone to another episode of the Candy Show. I am your host, Candy. Guys, make sure you are logging on the official Instagram page, and it is Candy Talk Show. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube page. That is capital C and the number two, Candy Productions 2. Yes, we have another special guest in the building today. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, comment, share. Please share. Sharing is caring. All right, guys, welcome my very, very special guest. I tell you what, now he has a lot going on, so I know he's gonna be very, very, very. Uh, Listen, I can't wait to talk to him. You guys ready? Because I'm ready too. All right, guys, welcome, my very special guest, multi-award winning producer, actor, singer, and we gotta find something else. We gotta find out what else he's got going on. Guys, I want you to welcome LJ Ugarte.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's going down, LJ?
When I tell you, yes, you said it. You summed it up pretty much. Yeah, it's. I've been blessed with so many opportunities, and I'm always grateful for
Awesome, awesome.
them.
Well, what city and state are you coming from today?
I'm West Palm Beach, Florida,
Okay, all right.
South
Nice.
Florida.
I know here in Indianapolis, Indiana, we have just about pretty much that same weather.
It's hot, humid.
Man, tell me about it. Like 90s, 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 90s,
Yeah,
90s.
it was 100 degrees today.
Oh my gosh, oh
Uh
my gosh.
huh. Oh
So
yeah.
LJ, we are live on Facebook. We are live on Instagram, and we are live on YouTube. Say hello to everybody.
Mwah. What's up, universe? What's up? What's up?
Okay. So I want to say first and foremost, congratulations on your producer, your Telly Award producer. Yeah, hey.
And the same congratulations to you as well. We're in the same team, and I didn't know that until I saw you with the same category. I'm like, it's the same. I produced that. We were producers together. That's amazing.
So I do have to say, I will have to correct you. So no, I didn't do the producer role.
Okay, yes, that's right. Yeah,
So I
that's right. You
was
did.
the assistant to the director,
That's
Mr.
right.
Marcus, head of M Head
And
Films. We got to
had
give a shout out to him.
one of my best friends. Yes, yes.
Yes. Okay. So I did a little bit. Tell everyone what your role was and how'd you come about getting the Telly Award for, the Ronaldo Ray documentary.
Yeah, I was associate producer. I'm also Marcus Head's consultant. I do a lot of behind the scenes work for Marcus. I've been in this business for 30 years. So if he has any questions or anything he needs in regards to productions and setting it up and the logistics of producing, he contacts me, and I'm always there whenever he needs it. As far as the legalities and the paperwork, the IMDb's, and all that stuff that we do as producers, he always contacts me, and that's how I got involved. And prior to that, I was also a producer and an actor in the movie Can't Get Right that he wrote and produced and directed. So that's
Nice.
how I come into the Mhead Films universe.
Well, just a little bit. Now, do you remember meeting me on, but we're not gonna say that
I
we're not gonna say it just yet. But do
yeah,
you
I
remember
I
meeting me?
I do. And that's the funny thing is because when I was going through your Instagram and I was tagged in your, it's like she looks familiar. I do know her. I do, because you don't forget her face. You meet a lot of people and come in and out. But I was like, she looks familiar. And there was a reason why our paths kind of intertwined again. Because I was like, and then started watching your program, like, I gotta get on this show after watching your other interviews. And I'm like, this looks like so much fun. I was like, I gotta get on that show.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you reaching out to me.
Sure, for
Yes.
sure. Yeah.
So I'm gonna take it back. I think it was 2022.
Huh.
2022, 2023, when we met. You were on the set of another Marcus Head M Head
Yeah.
Films
Yeah.
production. We're not
Yeah.
gonna say right now,
Yeah.
but I don't know. our past, like I think I know you were at the church. I think is when I seen you.
Yes, singing and I try to keep a straight face because it was hard to do that scene.
Are you talking about Can't Get Right?
Yeah.
So I
It was,
think I wasn't on that set, but I was on the other set
yeah, with the
of the
barber.
yeah no. So the Can't Get Right was the barber scene. So
Uh-huh.
so
Uh-huh.
I believe I met you when he was shooting another up
Uh-huh.
and coming project that he hasn't yet released.
Yes, he is doing yeah, the other thing. Yeah.
Yeah, we can't talk about it.
Yes. Uh-huh. I'm
But
involved in that one as well.
so
So,
I was behind the scenes. I had one of the cameras on my shoulder. I was
uh-huh.
doing some BTS
Uh-huh.
for that project. I'm pretty sure I met you just like really quick. You came in on that set as well.
Yeah.
So,
And
but but
it's fun to do those type of things. You get to meet so many different people and you never know because it's such a great universe that Marcus has created, and that was his plan to kind of bring Black filmmakers together and create art, create magic. So it's just fun.
well, that's the Ronaldo Ray documentary. You have a
Mhm.
Telly Award.
Yeah.
Tell me, I need to know what was your first reaction when you received that?
I once Marcus said, "Congratulations, you are a Telly Award winner." And issue because I love to celebrate people. I'm always honoring others. I was like, "Brother, it's about time. Welcome to the club of award winners." And he goes, "Brother, you don't get it. Congratulations. I'm like, "Huh?" I'm like, "Huh?" I still didn't get it. And then I was like, "Oh, I won too." So that's how I found out. So it was a thrill. It was such an honor, you know. I always wanted one of those, to be honest.
Wow. So congratulations. Now you said you've been in this business for 30 something years, so you don't even look a day over
Mm,
30.
thank you. I started in the 90s, 94. I don't want to age myself, but I was 1994. You know, my first production I've ever worked on was Spike Lee's Crooklyn.
You did?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Doing what?
I was an extra in that one. I was an extra. It was my first experience on a big, Hollywood film. And then it went on to continue. I just never stopped working. Yeah.
Okay, can we go back and rewind and find you
Yeah.
in Crooklyn?
You know what? You gotta, if you pause it, what scene was it? All the kids running around. And if you pause it just right, you could probably see me like, how old was I then? I was 11, maybe. I
Wow.
was a little boy. Yeah. I've been doing this since I was a little boy.
I think around 5, right?
No, I was like 11.
Well, you did that.
Maybe, yeah, but I was like, probably was like 11. I was a preteen, 12 maybe.
Okay, so that's when you did the Spike Lee,
Yeah,
but you've been in this business much longer than that since
yeah.
you
I
were
I was like 9 when I first
9. Okay.
performed. I performed at the Statue of Liberty in New York. I
No.
did I sang like I was like, "Oh, beautiful for spacious cloud," one of those. And yeah. Long time ago. I
So I
remember it like
take
it was
it.
yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Give me a little bit about what you remember from that time.
Yeah, I
That's
remember,
that's amazing.
but that wasn't my first taste of the industry. The first taste wasn't as an actor performer, was as a spectator. My oldest sister, who's no longer with us, she was a Broadway nut. She used to love the theater. And she took me to see in 1989. She took me to go see a production of The Wizard of Oz at a Radio City Music Hall in New York City because I'm originally born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. And she still loved taking me to the theater. And I promise you, Kenny, I can still remember the smell, the taste, the feeling I had of just watching the performers watch The Wizard of Oz live at Radio City Music Hall. You know that sound of applause of watching us applauding the actors on stage. It was something about us applauding them that I wanted. I wanted to be on the other end and feel that that appreciation. I don't know what it was gonna lead me to, but it's almost haunting. It's almost like a haunting feeling. And just looking around at that age, watching the faces of the audience, just, and I said, I want to make people feel like that. I want to make you go, and then I've discovered that it was an art form, that I needed to work hard and I needed to study it. I needed to respect it. I needed to honor it. And that's where it led me, and it saved my life.
Mm.
It took me on this
Mm.
journey. It's still taking me on this journey. And I'm in this business not because I have a spectacular voice or I think I'm an amazing actor, because I think I have something more to contribute. I have a lot to say. And if I could use that platform to be able to convey what I'm truly feeling and maybe to inspire you to become greater, then I meant to do that, because it's never been about look at me, look at me, look at me. Even though I've always been that child longing for attention like any little kid. But if I could use that platform to inspire others, then I'm doing my job, because I've never chased the fame, I've never chased the awards, I never chased the money, I never chased the invitations to things. It was never about that. It was escapism for me, and it was my way also to escape being bullied and attacked and abused and
Mm.
maligned. So if I could put on this character to, I'm going to be tough today, and put on that mask, and it did save me. It saved me from many things, and I was able to inspire others, because I still get letters in the mail today from strangers, and they tell me that, hey, your comedies and your films inspired me and it got me out of funk, and that's so satisfying. It gets me emotional talking about it, because it just the way this platform saved me, I'm able to save them, whoever it is.
I can definitely, I can tell you I had that same feeling. The
Yes,
Candy Show, Candy Internet Talk Show, it's
yes,
never been about me or my previous partners. It's always
right,
been about providing a platform
right,
for others who aren't
right.
able to go out, to go to
Yes,
some of these places, or because obviously a lot of times it takes travel. So
right.
some
That is,
people don't know how to start, and some people do
yes,
just need that platform like
yes,
ours
that's
to
true.
showcase their talent. So I'm right there with you. Trust me. It
And yes, I have to honestly say, sorry to cut you off.
no, you,
Watching your show, when I was binge watching episodes and hearing people's testimonies and people's journeys, and I was inspired by them. Like, wow, it is definitely giving voice of the voiceless, which is something that I often love to use. Those who can't speak for themselves, and hearing other people's perspectives of their careers and their lives. It's very inspiring. I'm often inspired. I love books. I love hearing people's stories and seeing where they come from. And I love that. It's fascinating. That's why I love documentaries. So I love producing and just telling stories and inspiring.
again, we're right there because I'm
Hmm.
inspired. Because when you look on TV, for me, when you look on TV, I've always wonder what made them get there. How did they get there? What was
Right.
their path? How was their path? Because all the time you were on the TV before all this reality stuff, you
Mhm.
were looking at things and you were looking at the final cut and it looked perfect.
Right.
And so not everyone is perfect, and so I always wanted to know what was someone's backstory. Why
Right.
did they get to where they're at? And so again, you and I were on the same page right there.
Yeah. I love hearing people's journey, because my journey wasn't easy. My journey, I got scars to prove it, especially starting Fire Creek. And it was, whew, those scars, I can still feel those scars. I mean, they're healed now, but I can still feel the scars. And what I mean by scars, I mean internally and outer scars. Starting a company from scratch with no money, no support, everybody looking at you like you're gonna fail, you're so gonna fail, and that's all I ever heard. And I had to put up a wall of defense, like, no, I'm not gonna fail, not today. And I've had many flops. I can tell you, I had many flops. I've had many. I've ran into the on the walls, of oof. But I had to pick myself up by my bootstrap and keep it moving.
That's exactly what you have to do, especially
Oh
in
yeah.
anything that we do whenever we're faced with a challenge and
Hmm.
it's so challenging and you're ready to give up. Because I tell you what, I can tell you so many times I wanted
Hmm.
to give up.
I
You
bet.
know,
Yeah.
it's definitely hard to do what we want to do
Absolutely.
because it's it's just you're constantly faced with the no's or you're constantly faced with rejections.
Right. Yes.
So, but you talked about Fire Creek Entertainment, right?
Yes. My
Okay.
beloved. Ooh, my beloved baby. Yeah, gonna
Okay.
be not she's gonna be 19 years old. Can you believe that? My company is gonna be 19 years old.
Nice. And I understand that because of all of the rejections and the unwillingness to give you chances so you
Yes,
can keep going in your path, this is what brought you to Fire Creek and the creation of it.
absolutely. And it started with the nose. I was so sick and tired of the nose. You can't act, you can't sing, you're not dark enough, you're light, you're brown, you're too skinny, you're too fat. I'm like, what where do I fit in here? And then I moved to, then in South Florida is ego driven and is all about how cute you are. And it's not about the talent, it's about the politics. I got tired. So one day, me and my black suitcase, my beloved black suitcase that I still have proudly on display, I have it in a storage warehouse where it means more to me than anything. It means to me more than the Telly Awards or any of the awards I've ever gotten. That black suitcase, which started it all. And one day I was going to an audition, finally got an audition, and it got stuck in a railroad track to try to catch a train. At the time, I didn't have a car, I didn't have anything. And I fell, busted my knee, it was bleeding, and I was praying to God. I was like, you know what? Just give me this once. Just give it to me, just one time. I promise I won't ask for anything again. And got to Miami. I was taking a train down there on a commuter rail. And when I got to Miami, and I got the job with that black little suitcase. And from there on, I just kept going and going and growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. And next thing you know, it's a full on production company. And I'm also a subcontracted company. Other production companies um, license us or hire us to produce along with them. So I'm often an association with. I've done stuff with Telemundo. I've done stuff with other major corporations and companies in Hollywood. And I'm proud that my little baby, the little company that wasn't supposed to be anything, worked alongside the big leagues in Hollywood, and I'm proud of that. I started it with my own two hands, no partners, no investors, just a dream, and it's still going. It's. I've often been asked to sell it for its assets because the assets are in the millions. You know what I mean? And I'm not selling that company. At the end of the day, I've had everything taken away from me. I've been bankrupt. I've been evicted. But guess what? I've never once wanted to sell Fire Creek. It's all I had. It was all that I ever had at the time. So you ain't taking her. You're gonna take me feet first.
Oh my goodness. Oh, um, ooh, I love hearing stuff like that. And I don't mean like really, get off on it, but you sometimes feel, I want to speak for you, but I know sometimes I feel like maybe some people don't understand or know because if you've done what you've done and you're still in it,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
it's not about money. I mean, it's always about money. Let's be honest.
Yes,
You
of
got to
course
make a living.
we're in show business. So yes,
Yes,
of course. But
but the passion, the drive. It's in your heart. It's in your soul,
oh yeah.
and it's so amazing, isn't it? It's
Mm,
amazing when you're able to provide that opportunity
yeah.
for someone else.
Yes, and that's the whole premise. After when I realized what I was getting myself into and what the premise of Fire Creek Entertainment, I said, okay, I proved that I can get the job. I proved that I can stay here, and I proved that I could do this on my own. Then I realized there's gonna be another little LJ behind me with its um I'm trying to say without shaking up. I'm trying to say without getting emotional.
That's okay.
It's there's gonna be another young man behind me that's going to be like, nobody's giving me a chance. Hopefully, I would be that guy that's gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna give you that chance. You know what I mean? And every time I
Mhm.
tell that suitcase story, it always gets me choked up because I want people to understand that it's something out there that's way bigger than us. It's way bigger. Where are the blueprints right now? And what we do, and like I watch your show and I see how you inspire people and how we both do, it's a lot bigger than us. It's gonna be a point that somebody's gonna, and I've gotten letters. People say, God, thank you for even when I'm not okay. And I get these emails and saying, you uplifted me today. And I'm like, I did, but
Mm,
I'm not feeling so great today. I'm not okay today. But I uplifted you. You know what? I think I'm going to be okay.
that's
I'm
it.
going to be okay. And when I tell you I still got that suitcase, and people often say, can I come and can I visit the suitcase? I'm like, under one condition, you got to put on white gloves. Because that's a valuable little suitcase I got at Ross with a broken wheel. Means so much more to me than anything else. And I even have insurance on it. I tell you, I put insurance on that suitcase.
You, you did? Oh, wow.
I put an
Oh, my
insurance
God.
policy on it just in case something happens to that beloved suitcase. But I told Marcus. Marcus saw the suitcase once before, and he goes, "Wow, this is the famous suitcase." I'm like, "Yeah, this is it." I said, "You got to put on gloves, though, my brother. I love you.
Mhm.
You're one of my best friends, but you got to put on gloves."
Look, you don't want anybody tainting
Ah,
you don't want anybody tainting that. No way.
yes.
Thank you guys for sharing. Thank you guys for coming on the YouTube page. Thank you, Caitlin. Thank you, Tyrus. Yes, thank you
Caitlin,
so
hi
much.
Caitlin. She's my work bestie.
Oh,
she's
okay,
she's
bestie.
got such a wonderful heart. She's a ham just like me. She keeps
Nice.
me sane at work at the jobs.
If someone did not know you and they were looking on your Instagram page, I could tell that you were a person or that you still are a person that loves to dress up and get in your costumes. And
uh-huh.
me too. I like doing that. I
Yeah.
sometimes go to the Comic Cons and things like that. But
Yes, yes.
recently you attended a con
This
yourself and was
yeah.
awarded an award too, right?
Yes, I have been awarded there, and it's GhoulieCon. I'm actually affiliated now with Hellzone TV, so shout outs to my Hellzone TV family. There are amazing horror content creators, and what they're doing right now is remarkable. We're in the process of going to the Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios, and we will be filming live at Halloween Horror Nights. I will be also filming content at the Halloween Horror Nights here in the West Palm Beach at the Florida Fairgrounds. We're going to be doing a lot of behind the scenes documentaries of the life behind the camera. I'm also working on a new Friday the 13th movie. Yes, I am going to be in a Jason movie. I could one thing I could share about that because I did promise the producer, Jacob Bateman, I'm going to be doing some running. You think I'm gonna let Jason Voorhees come after me? I'm like, what? You are you not what? I'm a run. But it's such an honor to be chased by the famous. You know?
Okay, don't tell me you're gonna be slipping and falling. We're not gonna give it away, but
No, but one thing about me, I'm not gonna run in this fall. I'm gonna get back up and haul ass. I know that much. You know. But it's an honor to be affiliated with that film, even though it's a fan film. Um, so it's part of the universe. And when I was cast in that, I'm going on simply as an actor, but it's an honor. I grew up with those films. I grew up with Jason, Freddy's, and Hellzone will have access to the behind the scenes and all that fun stuff. Just because we're having such a great time right now, just scaring people. I'm not huge fan of horror because I'm such a scary cat, but I make horror films, so that's what I'm pretty much known for. And I'm also a comedian. I'm in a movie Great People, and I play Veggie Thug.
Veggie Thug.
Veggie
Oh,
Thug, one of my most famous roles people identify me as. And shout outs to Romello Blade from Romello Blade. He's one of my favorite directors and writers too. That man can write, man. Them scripts be like this thick.
man, there's okay. You've been doing this for so long. What is it that keeps you driving? Have I suspect you may have not accomplished everything you wanted to accomplish.
No, I'm slowly creeping into the world of television right now. Been auditioning for FX. I've been auditioning for stuff on Hulu. That's something that I want to venture off is actually television right now. Because I've been in the genre of the independent films for so long in mainstream films. I just did Ethan Bloom not too long ago. Um, God, there's a lot I want to venture off, and the goal is to break ground and build a studio like Tyler Perry. I want to build my own movie studio, and I have the floor plans, I have the blueprints already. I just got to buy the property. I designed the studio myself, and that's a goal that I really am considering. I've been talking to investors. I've been talking to to buy a piece of land to build a small studio or even rent out a warehouse, a movie studio. But the goal is to purchase it just to continue to grow and make stories and even have you in one of the films, Candy. I would love to see you dodge one of those monsters in one of my movies, you know?
Oh man, listen, I'm gonna tell you what. As you could probably see, I can cry real easily. So
You
if
have
you
a
need
big
somebody,
heart.
hey, but if it's something, I'm scary, so I don't like all those scary movies. So I might be that one. If you put me in a movie and something just come out, yeah, oh yeah, I'll give you that real
And
natural.
we and you and I, you're friends with Marcus. You know he's always comping up something. We got to put you in something. You know.
I'm here. I'm here. Let me know.
You
Listen.
know, and it's what we do. We're entertainers. We at the end of the day, especially with today's world, the nonsense and shenanigans that's going on. We oftentimes want to put a smile on someone's face, and I know I do. I know I do, and a lot of people that worked with me knows that I wear my heart on my sleeve. They call me the male Mary J. Blige, because I'm just as I get older, I've gotten more sensitive. If that makes sense. Don't get me wrong. I'm a tough businessman. I would jack you up when it comes to business, but I'm a softie too. I'm human, and I don't have an ego. I never plan to have an ego because every time I feel like, oh, like I got to tell the awards, I got a couple of Emmys, my knee starts to throb, because that's a way of humbling myself. Like, oh, wait a minute, don't get too cute now. Don't get cute because guess what? The way it all came quickly, God could take it all away. He could smack you and take it out. No, humble yourself, and that's the key to success. Stay humbled and stay consistent. You start something, finish it. Don't start something because it's cute or it's a facade. Finish your journey. Otherwise, you're gonna fizzle.
That is so true. That's some great advice. I want to say thank you for those who are on the Instagram page, Candy Girl 3149. Guys, while you're on this page, please make sure you are following the official Candy Talk Show page, Instagram. Again, that's Candy Talk Show. Just gonna chime over here real quick. Oh, guess what?
United Blade Entertainment in the house. That's a big company too in Florida. Another
N-
production company. They produced Great People.
nice, nice. Thank you guys for joining in Color Improv Show. Said, hey guys, I think you know who that is.
Yes, indeed. My brother. I'm telling you,
Yes.
I gotta honestly say, without getting choked up again, because I'm so damn sensitive. Marcus saved me too. Like he
Did
gave
he?
me, he gave me a chance. He didn't have to. He could have been like, I'm not casting you. Oh, who the hell this kid think he is? He gave me that chance. He also gave me Romello gave me a chance to play Veggie Thug. You know, come on, these are parts that I get letters. I get children. I'm also affiliated with the Children's Hospital, especially these
Oh,
kids, the disabled kids, and they write me letters and they play because I send them the films and they watch it with the kids. And what gets me and what makes me work harder is when I get letters from their parents. Nah, I don't want to make nobody, I don't want to choke anybody up. But when they tell you your project was the last picture that they saw, is what makes me work harder. That makes me want to work
yes.
harder. Like, really, you could watch Michael B. Jordan, you can watch anybody else, but you want to watch one of my films? Like, God, why? You know, like I'm just a lousy actor, you know what I'm saying? But that's what they wanted to see. They wanted me to be the imaginary friend bouncing around. They wanted me to be there, yeah, you know? And that's what made me work harder. So now I realize there's something bigger than us out there.
It always is. It always is.
There's
I know we
something.
only touched on it very little bit, but I want to
Mhm.
make sure you get out here and you promote yourself and you let everyone
Yep.
know, not just your social media, because we're going to get
Right.
to that in just a second,
Mhm.
but how many total films, movies, projects are under Fire Creek Entertainment?
I want to say 2020, maybe. I've done 44 films. But I think want to say 1920, and commercially successful films that I had under us was Attraction Man, which is a multi award winning film, and uh, um, The Goronos is one of our biggest films to date. It skyrocketed to an all time high, is what kind of made people go, I didn't know you was a filmmaker. And prior, I was already in the industry. So 20 years at that point, because of COVID, people started discovering it. The
Mhm.
Goronos with Ken Sagos from A Nightmare on Elm Street is in that movie.
Oh,
The
cool.
black guy who played Kincaid, he's in it, and I was the producer. Can you, God, can you imagine that? Like as a kid watching those movies on VHS over and over and over, like Freddy, ah. And next thing you know, you walk onto a set that you're the producer on, and here comes Mr. Ken Sagos sitting in his director chair, going, "Hi, LJ, how you doing?" I'm like, I'm a fan, you know, and he became one of my closest friends now. So,
Mm. I think
and
that's so amazing.
it's
That is
wild.
amazing.
It's so wild, and just that's how I got into the horror community too, because of that movie. Like,
When you
yeah.
when you do this,
Mhm.
are you writing the scripts
No,
or do you have co-partners?
I'm not a script writer actually. They pitch us the scripts, they send it to us, and sometimes the films come with a budget already attached to it, and they say we would like you to produce this film or contribute. And if it's up to our standards, or if it's goes conflicts with scheduling, we often accept. I've turned down thousands of scripts. Some were just way over budget for us to produce it. Some were just I could produce something almost with next to no money, and it'll still look like a multi-million dollar production, because we have the supplies, we have the gear, we have the permittings and the big old cranes. We rent out our cranes and stuff that we own, and oftentimes it's overwhelming for us to say yes. We would love to accept all the scripts, but we unfortunately we just can't at the moment. So yeah.
All right, I'm gonna ask this ever asking question,
Mhm.
especially when you're multi-talented in a business like this. Which one do you which one is your go-to? Behind the camera or on the front of the camera?
I love behind the scenes. I've gotten a lot of success, money making success, award winning success behind the scenes. I always joke that I'm a much better producer than actor. I promise you, because as a producer, I'm contributing a lot more than as an actor. Acting is very limiting, and the acting is limiting, but the lines are really not yours. But as a producer, you can really jump in and make it yours. And I love to work in partnerships with people because it's all a collaborative um, job. So just being able to brainstorm, like you and I could sit together, we could come up with something really cool and be so exciting. Just that process. It's building blocks and or planting a seed and then watching it grow. And then when you see how beautiful it flourishes, it's like, wow, this is uh this is this is something neat.
And plus, it continues to test your ability. When you're doing these multiple, when you're wearing these multiple hats,
Right.
it definitely tests you. I have to say, I enjoy behind the scenes as well.
It's fun. It
Not to
is.
say that I don't enjoy on the camera,
Mhm.
but it is the manifestation. It is being able to assist someone to bring their vision to life. So that's what I truly, truly enjoy.
It is, and I love being on the set. I love watching the crew work so hard. They're the hardest working people, even on an independent film. You see them hustling, bustling, and they're just so excited to be there, and they're just so grateful for the opportunity. And I just love looking at people's eye. I have a thing about looking at people's eyes because you can really tell the type of human. Like I can analyze just looking at you in your eyes and you see just the drive, and some of them do it because they love it so much. And then you got the I love to weed out the people who are just doing it for selfish reasons, ego, and those who work with me knows that I have a binder, a huge binder of people that I would never want to work with again. It's called the do not cast or do not work with. And it's gotten quite popular, especially with casting directors. I'm like, look, I'm a multi-award winner. This is where I flex. I have this award here, and you kind of need us a little bit. I kind of. I remember going to a SAG board meeting with the Screen Actors Guild with all the heavyweights. And here I am from Florida going to Warner Brothers Studios in Los Angeles. I got to tell you this real quick. I'm there with my cute little tie, and I don't know where I put it. Oh shoot, my briefcase. I have my briefcase with the Fire Creek logo on it. I'm walking in, smack my briefcase because I have to present pen points and stuff. And I'm like, so sounded important at the Warner Brothers studio, or so I have a list of people that I do not want to, knowing that I could easily get asked to leave the room, but you have to go in with confidence. You got to know who you are, you know?
Mhm.
And I remember telling these people, okay, so I'm from West Palm Beach, Florida. I have a list of Floridians who I don't want ever to cast. And if they happen to come across your studio, here's the I
You
knew that I did something right when I made the executives, these bow tie billionaires, laugh. And they were like, "You are funny." And by the way, we also have a list like this here in Hollywood. I'm like, "Oh, y'all do? Okay."
Oh Lord,
I I
that
was
was
I was
bold.
I was hyperventilating when I left. I was like, I could have. I just flushed my whole career down the toilet. It's over. But they would contact me and be like, "You are ballsy. I like that." I'm like, I'm just being myself. There's no agenda. No,
Mhm.
it's who I am. I'm a goofball at the end of the day, and I just respect the art so much, and I never want to take it for granted.
I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. You sing now. Tell me a little bit about that. How's that going for you? How's your singing
I
career going?
It's going well. I recently performed at Con, and I bounced up and down and did my thing. I did my feeling the music, which is also featured in the soundtrack of Great People. Um, I have my one hit single that I constantly will perform forever because I haven't recorded a full album yet. I have been demoing a couple of songs and experimenting. I'm also experimenting, or should I say, I'm going back to my pop dance roots.
Okay.
I'm going back to the dun, 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 that style of music again. Um, I have my own studio here, so I've been demoing stuff. Um, but I am always a performer first and foremost, a live concert performer, and I get booked to weddings and comic cons and ghoulie cons, and I'll just perform my song and give them the best show I can give them, and sometimes I forget that I'm performing to an audience because I'm still that guy to this very day. I'm still that guy that does this. Do you believe in us? Do you believe? I'm still that guy that sings in the mirror with the little, but then
I
I'm
do
doing it
too.
for an audience.
I do too. I do too.
I just got better
So,
mics now.
thank you to the horror. What is it? Let's see, Horror Craft podcast. Love this
Um,
interview. Thank you
they
so much.
they're part of the Hell Zone family.
Oh man, I tell you what, listen, I know you and I would definitely enjoy each other's company if we see
Yes.
each other. Because listen, I'm all about the what is it called? I like the costumes. I totally love the dress up. So we're gonna have to get together one time soon, like
Yes.
really soon.
Let's have some fun. I got some angel wings here that
Okay.
I was experimenting with to for
Oh,
my show because I'm a correspondent with
oh, those are
Ava. So
beautiful.
every episode that I do, it's with a different look. So this coming week I have angel wings. The next week I have I don't want to give it all away, but it's multiple different costumes. I'm an army guy. I'm a space guy. I'm dressed as and it's for fun. And my dream was to always host one of those horror shows like Elvira, or Joe Bob Briggs had a show back in the '90s called A Monster Vision. I don't know if you
Mhm.
remember that on TNT. And I'm actually living that dream now by doing it under the Hell Zone banner for Hell Zone TV. And every episode, and I'm there just, you know what it is? It's just I'm having such a great time, and I'm hosting, and I'm presenting horror movies. My segments are usually a lot of '80s, '90s horror classics. A lot of like Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, The House on Haunted Hill from the '60s, Hush Hush Sweet Charlotte. And I'm just living an old fantasy right now.
Do you ever have nightmares? All of the horror,
Of no,
you know?
not of no, I don't. Because I'm a classic horror fanatic. I don't know about the newest horror movies like of today that creep me out a little bit, like the Saw and
Yeah, that's great.
that
That's
that will
woof.
that con, S&M conjoining porn horror stuff is kind of not my thing, even though I make those movies, but it's fantasy. It's not reality.
Mm.
It's entertainment.
Well, listen, I know we can be talking and having a great conversation much longer, but tell everyone your social media and how they can follow you.
Well, you guys can follow me on Instagram, lj.ugarte. You guys can follow me on Facebook under the same name, LJ Ugarte. You guys can find me on, gosh, I'm all over the internet. Just you can Google LJ Ugarte, and my whole body of work, my history, my long work history is available publicly. You guys can discover films and the latest films I'll be working on, music, remixes, music videos, all the fun
Mm,
stuff. I
okay.
hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys enjoy my contribution, all the bit things, the small stuff I've done, and hopefully you guys like it.
Listen, there is an audience for everything. And what you do is so animated. It's fun. It takes people away
I
from
hope
some of the
so.
things that goes on in their personal life.
Oh yeah, and it's escapism. Like I said, it saved my life. I had many mentors and friends and people that I still reach out to this very day, just to say hi. You know what I mean? Like my monthly check-ins with people that I've been doing to check in on your energy. I'm a big texter, and I'm just glad for the support, and I hope to continue to inspire you guys. And any questions, don't hesitate to ask. You guys don't have to go through a whole army to just to say hello. Kindness comes a long way. Just a quick Instagram hello, hi, or you guys could leave me your feedback. But just be polite and bring positive energy, and I'm gonna bring you positive energy.
It. That's it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for everyone tuning in to another episode of The Candy Show. Thank you for the ones that are watching on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Thank you guys so much. Make sure once again you are following the official Instagram page, and that is Candy Talk Show. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube page, capital C, and the number two, Candy Productions 2. And that's again Candy Productions number 2. Guys, stay tuned. We have some awesome guests coming up. Not to say that LJ
Yeah.
Ugarte was not an awesome guest, but we
Uh-oh.
have more awesome guests coming on. So, guys, thank you so much for your time.
Woo.
See you next time, LJ.
Ah, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.